The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back at it again. You found the bells in the holiday.
Tom, it's the last bastion of whatever the heck it is that you always say.
We're like the bells of Saint something.
Well, those shows, your Hallmark Channel is probably going to get a lot of work out this time of year, isn't it?
Absolutely. They've been showing the holiday stuff for a while
Is
now.
there any classic Christmas show that you just don't like?
Well, there's a lot that I don't like.
Oh, like the classic. I mean, do you like It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh, I love that.
Are there any? Because some people are like, I really don't like.
I'm not a big fan of the Christmas Story.
Okay, really?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I didn't really enjoy that, and some people, they make that a staple of their
I find
holiday
that
watching.
Consistently amusing. I don't know why. I think it's because you can watch 5 minutes of a different part, and there's a whole. It's like 10 different little movies.
And once again, I don't hate it. I don't hate anything, but it's not one of my favorites.
You like the Santa Claus ones and the 34th Street? What's that one?
Miracle on 34th. Yeah, the original was.
You like the black and white one?
Love the black and white.
Actually, I like that too.
Yeah, that was wonderful, and there is not a time that I can watch It's a Wonderful Life and not cry.
Really?
Yeah. Near the end, I always cry.
The Walton's Christmas, I find I
don't like that one.
I find it almost annoying, but I know. Yeah. I'm sorry, listeners. It's just I'm sorry. It's just
These are all just opinions, and that's what we're about. But we've got some great local people on the show, and that's what you should listen to.
And we have Adam from the Business Journal.
Adam Rombel is with us right now, and he's an editor-in-chief at the Business Journal. Doesn't get any more local than that, right, Adam?
Yes. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Adam, were you homegrown, or are you homegrown?
Yes, I grew up in Camillus. Yeah,
okay.
West Genesee High School grad. Yep.
Yeah,
and I was here first 22 years of my life. Then I went to the big cities for about 11 years. Yeah, I was in Washington, D.C. I was in Manhattan. And then I came back. I've been back for 20 years with the business, over 20 years now with the business.
What did you do in Washington?
Oh, and I was a writer. I was a writer for Institutional Investor. So I was covering kind of the regulatory beat in Washington. Then I later went to New York and I worked for Bloomberg News.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Yeah, he's
not an editor-in-chief. He's the guy.
Yeah, but I've been with the Central New York Business Journal, CNYBJ.com, for almost 21 years now.
Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah. So what makes this publication special?
Well, we think it's special because of the businesses that we cover. It's not us that make it special. It's businesses like Zoe Advertising and other small businesses that we tell their stories, and we tell the stories of companies they do business with, their clients, their partners, or their competitors in some cases. And we're basically the only place that basically gives you the information from the perspective of what the business owner needs.
Yeah.
We provide the details.
You'll cover news stories, but as they relate to small businesses. And big businesses.
And big businesses, from the perspective of the business owner. Our readers are business owners and managers and also affiliated people like that.
But many years ago, Tom, there were multiple business publications.
Yeah, there were,
and these guys are the last one standing.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. And the one thing I have noticed, and it's part of it as it being a marketer, Tom, and being in the advertising business, part of it's annoying, but part of it I have to give
what's annoying about it?
What's annoying is sometimes my perspective is, hey, let's have editorial and advertising kind of mix. They have so much integrity. They don't blend. Business is business, editorial is editorial, and you can advertise there and communicate there, but you guys keep that as a real separate space, and I think that's something to be proud of.
Oh, thank you very much. So, I mean, like Steve will ask me he was just asking me before we went on the air about some marketing stuff. I go, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
So we focus on the business news, and that's what leads to the advertising, because we're the place for businesses to be. If you want to hang out with other businesses, we're the place to be. Go to cnybj.com. And we'll be happy to have you advertise with us, but find value in our product first, and then it's up to you.
Do you have people like going out on a beat? Like, how do you find these stories?
Well, a lot of the times, I mean, we have a veteran staff. I mean, I've been over 20 years. Eric Reinhardt on our staff has been with us for 2 different stints, over 10 years. And Tracy Delore on our staff has been with us for over 10 years.
And Aaron is amazing.
Yep. And then our graphic artist and production manager, Aaron Zier, has been with us for almost 25 years, I think. So we're veterans of the scene, so we know the players, and people know how to reach us and reach out to us. But we're always looking for, blind spots, looking for new things, and that's where people like Steve come in. Hey, did you know about this? And we're always looking for that. So,
do you have trouble getting information out of people? Are people reluctant to talk sometimes? And do you do hard-hitting news within a company?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, people, I think, are pretty eager to tell their story, especially when they have good news. I mean, they're obviously less.
Good point.
I guess that's what I'm getting at. Do you dish the dirt as well?
I mean, we try. We look at it as what's news is news, So we try to cover it all if we can.
And I've said to people,
we do a combination.
I have said, if they're talking about a story, you're not. This isn't a puff piece, but it isn't. They're going to slay me. I said they really want to represent the facts. What's happening and what's not. So if you're thinking, wow, I'm going to tell them it's not, all this stuff, it's not true. You guys are very black and white and I think very crisp. Maybe like news used to be a whole long time ago when people didn't have a perspective to push. You come at it, in my opinion, you come at it that way.
We just come at it from the facts. Here's what's happening. XYZ is growing. They're going to add 20 employees. They're going to add 10,000 square feet to their building, blah, blah. Here's what's happening. We're not going to say, well, this company... There's problems with this,
you're not going to do that.
If there are companies that do end up with issues, they have to lay off people, they have an investigation, we'll report that, with the facts that are out there, public information.
Well, along those lines, what's happening with Micron?
Well, as a lot of people probably know, I mean, the project groundbreaking has been delayed twice now, and it was supposed to be early 2024. Then it was early 2025. Now it's probably the late part of 25.
And it's a bat's fault, right?
Yeah, apparently a bat is creating issues, and also wetlands too, because they have to fill in wetlands. They're going to have to clear cut 500 acres of forests.
Right.
And so they've got to find a home for the bat. They've got to kind of, follow the environmental review process. But officials, state and federal officials that were here in September, I believe, they're still very confident it's going to happen. It's just a matter. These things take time. It's a 20-year project.
It's a game changer. So you still publish a paper. Yes. And you have electronic versions. And I know that people that I love it. I look at it and I just love the data. And sometimes I'm shocked, Tom, that people don't get it. I'm like, you're in business? Well, I don't know. Do I get that? I'm not. Sometimes people don't even know. The subscription price is very reasonable, but they can get electronic or paper or both, right?
Yes. And then the easiest way to just go to our website, cnybj.com, and sign up for the daily news alerts. That's free. That'll come to your email. You get to sample the stories, and then if you want, you click on them, you go to the website, you see other stuff you like, then you might want to subscribe.
Yeah. How about the Book of Lists? Do you still publish that?
Yes, every year, and then we publish individual lists by industry every single week.
Yeah, Tom,
sometimes
that's a great point. I love that. So it's, here's all the biggest architecture firms or the biggest manufacturers, and you do a variety of breakdown, and you can see by looking at, are they growing? Are they shrinking? Who are they? Gives you the contact. That's a valuable source, especially for business people.
Oh, we think so. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, it gives you the lay of the land by industry.
Adam Rombel, right there, a man about town and editor-in-chief at the Business Journal. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, gentlemen. I love it.